disagree. It's the Mess Hall Podcast, Avery and Lena.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Mess Hall Podcast.
Hi guys, it's a warm one here in Calgary. It's a warm episode. I just got a shower. I'm sweaty.
Yeah, it's what, plus 32 here today?
Something.
Yeah, so it's warm, it's hot, but I think it's going to be another fun episode.
Yeah, so let's get to it.
Yeah, so it's another farmers market episode. We went to a couple farmers markets this week, so it was kind of fun. We went a little road trip outside of Calgary, about an hour outside of Calgary to Bentley. Was that the first one?
Virgin was.
Oh, Virgin was the first one, and then we headed another almost hour and a half north of there to Bentley. So it was a nice Saturday road trip. We hit a couple farmers markets, and we're always looking for some cool local stuff here on the Mess Hall Podcast. So
we packed a picnic and took our cooler. And, where did we stop? Do you remember that?
They won
outside of Sundre.
Cranston? No, not Cranston. No. I forget where it was, but it's a small town.
Oh, Cremona?
Yeah, that was it, Cremona. So
yeah, it was a nice town as well. No farmers market there, not when we were there anyway. Yeah, so there's some exciting stuff, a little bit of mix. So let's get into it. The first thing, I think it was the actual first thing we bought, was the spicy pickled garlic. Now, garlic, we've talked about its health benefits. It's an antioxidant, a decongestant, antiviral, antibacterial. So it's super healthy, especially raw. But this is pickled, so it also has probiotics, which makes it easier to digest them and absorb nutrients. So helps with gut health. So I wondered, as you're going to cut one, I wondered, what do you do with the cloves except for just eat them? And I had some ideas were mixed with hummus, salad dressings, sprinkled on cooked veg, put on salt in salsas or beans and rice. So yeah, or just in place of anchovies or olives in recipes. It's a pickle. We'll see how we feel about those suggestions. We do have a cutting board right there if you want.
I got it like this. I'm all
I don't
right.
trust that he's going to do that.
It feels a little bit softer than regular, but that makes sense because it's pickled.
Oh, it's spicy. And there's dill in there. Trying to read the,
Oh, it does have a nice spice to it. I wasn't expecting that much spice.
I wasn't expecting the dill flavor. I wish it didn't have the dill flavor. But
yeah, but it's still good. It was. I think that would just be good, in a pasta sauce as well, almost. And not like a tomato sauce, but maybe just a white wine, garlic, onion, an aioli almost.
I was thinking a tomato sauce, but the canned tomato cooked down sauce, diced tomatoes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I got some antioxidants. I feel good. So yeah, that was. I don't know, the jar. It was one of the first things we saw, and our eyes just lit up, and we're like, let's get
Yeah,
it.
exactly. But there was one pickled item that we saw, but we didn't get, and it was pickled eggs and pickled sausages in the same jar.
Yeah, in the same jar. I don't know. I'd try it, but
I've never had pickled eggs.
But it was a big jar as well. It was at the other market, though, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was at the second market. But I think it'd be an interesting combination. We should get it if we see it again, just because it would be fun, I think.
Yeah, we'll do that. And there was no company, just seemed to be some guy who pickled things and sold them. So
yeah. Well, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, it says who it's by. I think it says Robert Baker. So
it says when he made it, his phone number. Yeah. So not just some guy. It was trustworthy, unless it's lies on the label. And then we bought beef jerky from Double N Ranch. So they're outside of Sundre and on the south bank of the Red Deer River. They have grass-fed, hormone-free beef. They're actually purebred, polled Herefords, which polled actually means naturally hornless, and the Herefords are from the county Hereford in in England. Yeah, then, well, I just wrote this down because I didn't know really the difference between a cow and a heifer. Do you know?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's called a female is called a cow after she gives her first birth. That's her first birth. So it's a heifer beforehand.
Oh.
So double N. So often ranches, and I didn't realize this till Avery kind of mentioned something today. Ranches are named with letters. Do you know why, Abe?
No idea why, but I'm curious. And I'm glad you looked it up because I asked you to.
Or yeah, you did, and I was like, oh, I thought maybe you knew the story behind. Often, the brands, like the cattle prods and the brands, they brand their cows, so often it's with a letter. So double N, probably two N's, so that they can more easily identify their stock if they run away. And often you hear like bar
Yes.
Bar just means that they've put a bar above or below the letter. Or the symbol. Sometimes it's symbols, and there's like tilting L's, like it just, and it's just not underside. But yeah, also I learned that a dude ranch is a guest ranch for tourists. That's what I don't know if the dudes are the tourists, or I should look up.
Look at us learning some cowboy culture as we go along.
You've only been in Alberta 16 years.
But wouldn't it like a sideways L be like a check mark?
Well, I just chose the L as I couldn't think of any off the
Okay.
top of my head. I just, like, I think there's one called a Wilton 9 or something. So it has to do with the branding of the livestock. Now, this has an interesting, it looks like fruit leather.
Mm-hmm.
Has an interesting shape. It's long and firm, right?
I'm having a second piece because it was really good.
Yeah, so we just got plain beef jerky. It's really good. There's some sweetness.
And like a touch of heat, but nothing too overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was really good. It was, it doesn't taste like the generic gas station
It's softer.
beef jerky that you get. It's a little bit softer.
Less dry.
Less. But it's the beef jerky you get is like when you start chewing it, like, I don't know, it gets this weird texture in your mouth. This didn't do it. So I enjoyed this. I thought it was good.
I wonder if it came from horned cows, if it would taste good. Yeah, so yeah, I laughed pretty hard at my own joke.
And I'm forced to laugh at your jokes, so.
I'm the funniest person I know. I tell them for myself. So yeah, you know, they were big on the grass feed, hormone free. So we also bought fresh. The company is Fresh Pure Foods, and we bought Southwestern green pepper sauce. So on their website of the Fresh Pure Foods, they said they focus on flavor, health and wellness, local ingredients, low fat, no preservatives. And the guy's name is, I'll probably mess it up, Karthik B. Shanmuga Sundaran. I can't read my handwriting as well. He has a master's of business. He has a passion for food, so he just followed his dreams working in a kitchen. So we got the green pepper sauce. There's like, I read the label, there's coriander in it, I think, or cilantro. If only Avery would have passed me the bottle that was in his
It smells delicious. I had a sniff of it, and it just like, it smells really good.
Yeah. I can't read the label. I'm old. Yeah. The coriander, cilantro, and ginger, and tamarind. Yeah.
Those flavors are awesome together.
Good on chicken, my picture.
I think, yeah, that's...
On a burger.
Yeah, like maybe something like more neutral, like instead of beef burger, but like a chicken burger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it would pick up the flavor really well in something like that compared to just a regular burger.
Maybe even grilled sausages.
Oh, yeah, on top with some onions, peppers. Maybe.
Well, there's peppers in there.
Yeah, I think it would be really good.
Yeah, so that was good. I don't miss preservatives. And then we bought another sauce from Crystal's Can Co., which we bought Hot Baba Sweet Beet Hot Sauce. So again, she does locally sourced ingredients, no preservatives or additives, no added sugar. And this has carrots and beets in it. So although she described it as like a sweet ketchup, and I don't like ketchup, we'll see. So I wish she hadn't said that.
But when I was talking to her, the one that she had on display and for samples, it was a little bit not as vibrant red. And she said she got some really nice organic beet powder for this batch, and it made it like almost this reddish color. So.
It looks almost like a raspberry vinaigrette. Yeah, it's good. It tastes a little bit like ketchup at first, but I probably just have that in my mind now. And then really spicy, really hot. Like,
yeah, but you really get the beets too.
mm-hmm.
Definitely hot.
Yeah.
Definitely hot. But beets are in there too, and that's really good. If you like beets, I know I like beets. I know Lena likes beets.
They're fun. And I always think of Lisa Simpson going, "We got beets." And I don't know if anyone else knows that episode, but I do, and I laugh. Yeah. I will say I don't really like to eat condiments just off a spoon. There's something that's unappetizing for me, but yeah, I picture that would be good on sweet potato fries.
I was going to say like something like that, like something sweet.
Onion rings?
Onion rings would be good. I think it'd be good in a pasta salad. Just like a summery pasta salad.
Yeah.
Like it would bring out some freshness. Because we like to put a whole bunch of veg in there, and I think it would come out nice. So
yeah. So, and then this one, well, it's the next thing is the Slammin' Cannery is the name of the business, and Pina Colada spread. Now Avery and I were both at the farmers market, and there was a jar, and it was layered, bright red, bright orangey yellow, and then bright green. And just that rainbow spread, it caught our eye.
Yeah.
And it was like daiquiri. It was strawberry daiquiri and then mango daiquiri. And then mango daiquiri, and I forget what she said made it green on the top.
she used some blue Caraco in there.
Yeah. And Avery doesn't really like mango, so strawberry mango seemed odd. But then I read Pina Colada spread.
Yeah.
So
they had a lot of cool looking spreads. I saw an Italian preserve there.
Yeah,
that looked like preserves with some herbs inside, so that looked really cool.
yeah.
I wonder what the liquid was. Like, I don't know if she cooked down herbs.
I want to say, I forget. I read it. It might have been wine.
That would have been my second guess. Would be like a sweet wine or something.
Yeah. So also this company, no sugar added products. She used to make them for well, she's been canning her whole life, and then she used to make things for friends who couldn't have preservatives and chemicals and bought things. So in 2017, she opened her business. And all day I've had the Pina Colada song by Rupert Holmes in my head, which anyone who hasn't looked up that, I can't say it's a video, so like it.
Oh, it's a video.
Not like MTV video, but performance of it. It's something. Look it up on YouTube. Worth it. You will thank me. And then it got me looking into Pina Colada, which is literally Spanish for streamed pineapple. Now, again, there's some origin stories. They kind of say that some bartenders made it up, and I'm going with this one, which is kind of disputed. We know it originated in Puerto Rico, and it's been the official drink since 1978. But apparently, in the 19th century, the pirate Roberto Cofresi of Puerto Rico gave it to his crew to boost morale, and I like that story better than a bartender came up with it. So it came with the wax on top. Our son got into it while we were prepping, so he ate a lot of the jar, but we have yet to try it.
I just tried a little bit. I'm going to try a little bit more. I got some for you on the green spoon.
I don't know implicate like what we use it on, but let's taste it and go from there. Oh, it's so coconutty.
I think I'm just top of like a sugar white cake with sugar cookie.
Angel food cake.
Angel food cake. That's what I was thinking of. Not just white cake, but angel food cake.
Those angel food cake like rounds and just fill that little.
Yeah.
Sometimes people make
with a little whipped cream on top.
The coconut whipped cream. If you take a can of coconut and put it in the fridge, it'll separate. You can just take the like liquid out. I use it to use in any like curries or whatever, and you can whip just the solid part, and it's a good substitute for whipped cream.
It is, but I think that
It might be too
overpowered. That's what I was just saying.
And then chunks of pineapple.
Yeah. But
yeah.
it was really good. I think it'd be really nice on a cake or something like that, like you said, or a cookie, like you said.
I really enjoyed the texture. It was like grainy makes it sound bad. It's not grainy, but there are flakes of coconut, but there's like
I'm sure
different than.
I'm sure you could mix that in with a little vanilla ice cream. It'd be good too, and maybe a little bit of rum on top.
Maybe we just you can make a shooter with a little rum and that. And there is alcohol in this, but it's been cooked down, so
yeah.
I'm not worried with that. But talking about alcohol, that leads us to our last thing. Tamarack, Jack's Honey and Meadery. We got Buzzsaw mead. So this is a carbonated traditional mead. And I just learned that tamarack is a type of pine tree. It's also called an American larch, just in case anyone knows. And I'm going to go right to their website and describe the image they put in our mind. And they say, imagine a tall, rugged man trudging through a tamarack forest with axe slung over his shoulder, dragging behind him an antique press-cut saw. Weary after a long day of logging, he slumps into his chair. With muddy overalls rolled up over his boots and blisters inside the palms of his hand, he reaches for something cold to soothe the pain. Of course, after a hard day, what does one require the most to lift their spirits? A nice cold drink. Tamarack Jack reaches into the icebox and grabs his first bottle of Buzzsaw, knowing that the cool sip of his fermented honey drink will wash away the day's burdens. And I just liked that, so I read it.
I kind of messed up on my descriptions down below, and I just put mead because I didn't.
Okay, and I just drank water thinking it was the mead. It didn't taste. It tasted like water. Just not paying attention. They also had a hops mead, which I did try, and I'm not a big fan of hopsy beer, so I didn't. It was okay, but not my thing. But if you like beer that's pretty hopsy, I don't think hopsy is the right word, but I've used it twice, so now I'm going to say it's a word. But yeah, it was a good, a little bit different than just beer. And it was a good, I don't want to say substitute.
It has
that
mead sweetness, honey flavor. There's something in there that I can't place. It's good. It's definitely good.
Why don't you pass me the can? Maybe say it's fruity, like clovery.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the honey they use. And she said they have award-winning honey, doesn't she?
Yeah, the lady that we got it from, she was talking about it. She seemed so proud and so happy with her product. You could not buy it.
Yeah.
And like I said, when somebody's so enthusiastic about selling their product, you just want to buy it. Like a couple weeks ago with the queso dip, she was so happy with what she was selling, and she's so proud of it. And she's just putting everything behind it. And they did the same thing with this.
And even the pure, the sweet pepper sauce, he was like, thanks for buying local.
Yeah, which is what we've been doing a lot lately. And there's a lot of good local stuff in the Calgary area and Alberta area. Now we're expanding our reach, I guess, where we're going. And so, yeah, it was super good. I like that.
Well, what you might be tasting, there's a couple of things. It just has a sweet floral component. Well, the
almost like what?
Well, the yeast lend a flavor, an aroma reminiscent of tropical fruit. Yeah.
Okay.
But I like this one. A refreshing, crisp taste, finishes clean like the cut of a carbide blade. They have some great descriptions.
I really like
great product.
I like the way they described it because it was so cool. It gives you a scene of what's happening and almost setting you up for this great flavor that's going to be like robust and almost like, I want to say manly, like something that.
I think they're selling it that, but it reminds me of like cider.
Yeah, like it, but it's like really subtle and nice. Like it's not like pow right in your face, but it's a really nice flavor.
nice warm day. I picture this in the hammock.
I was thinking like over a fireplace. Like like the first fire of the fall and just sitting on a bearskin rug.
See, I was picturing a hot day, but yeah, bearskin rug, fire.
Yeah, nice charcuterie board and that.
With pickled garlic and some nice sauces, some beef jerky. We have ourselves. We just need some sourdough bread. And
yeah.
And we have ourselves a picnic here.
We do, yeah. So this was amazing. What do you think?
Oh, everything was so good. I like that there's something to be said for us not really having a theme except farmers market, so we're not necessarily need to compare one thing to another.
Yeah.
Like I guess we have two sauces, but they're different, totally different sauces. I'm pretty hyped about this green sauce. It's different because there's not a lot of heat. So it's different. It's very cilantro-y. If you don't like cilantro, you might not like it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to using that garlic in some stuff. I picture I'm going to make a tomato-based pasta and use some of that. And you won't like this, but a can of tuna.
Yeah, I won't like that at all, but
I think that would be good with some greenery. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like throw some arugula in there or something.
yeah, I'm thinking about just making a straight up. It's really
Caesar?
simple pasta. Not a Caesar, but it might be good in a Caesar. But I'm just thinking some of that, some onions, just some bow tie pasta, white wine.
With a vinaigrette.
No, not even vinaigrette, just like white wine, a little bit of reduction on it. And that would be perfect. Just nice, simple, easy. Doesn't even have to have meat in it. So.
And it wasn't very, it is raw garlic, but it's been fermented, but it wasn't, I wouldn't imagine eating just a clove of raw garlic, but it wasn't like that. It had lost some of its bite.
Yeah.
But there was spice added to it, like chilies added to it. But yeah, I think we have another week of winners.
Yeah.
Not one bad product.
It was so good. I'm really enjoying these farmers market finds that we've been doing.
Let us know how you guys are liking this. I know it's a little different the last couple this summer, but I know some people are watching in Nova Scotia or elsewhere, not Alberta. So see what you guys can find at farmers markets. Let us know.
Definitely
send us some stuff.
Definitely eat local. Try local. We're having fun doing it. We're probably going to head to another farmers market this Saturday. I have an idea where I want to go.
Also try to talk to the vendors. I'm really bad at that. I kind of just keep our son away and busy while Avery talks, but you get more of the story. People want to talk about their products, and I get that.
And so most people love what they're selling too. Like I talked about the buzzsaw, and they were so happy. They're telling gold medal winning and bronze medal winning, and they're talking about their honey and
it was 5 minutes before close. We were a little later than we had expected.
But I'm willing to bet, if I stop to talk to each one of these people, even the beet heat stuff there, she was talking about what she's doing. She's talking about the different hot sauce she had. Just amazing stories all around, and great entrepreneurs making great products, and I really like it. Local is really good, and what I'm finding so far is with the local stuff, even though it's jarred and canned or whatever it is, it's not that generic grocery store stuff. There's really impactful flavors in there. You can really taste the beet. You can really taste the spices in the Southwest.
The green pepper and the coriander.
Yeah, so it's not so muted with preservatives and fillers. It's just really good, in your face.
Bam.
Yeah.
And
great. And now that video is going to have to be taken down. So, yeah, just really good stuff, and just really good people making it. So I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll get a couple more weeks of farmers market goodies.
It also gave us a little chance to explore the province a little more, places we had never been to. We had never heard of these towns. I hadn't. So
no, I had no idea. There's a great Alberta Farmers Market website that has a whole bunch of different farmers markets. I think there's one tomorrow night in Calgary, so maybe Bowness and Trywood area.
So you don't have to travel outside of the city. We just that's what we like to do.
But a lot of small towns have them, so if you get a chance, no matter where you're at in the world, make sure you head out. Talk to your local farmers. Talk to these vendors because they're the ones making it and they're the ones selling it. So,
and there was some great actual produce, not even just products, but produce. So much.
Yeah, we didn't.
Beautiful.
There was such a long lineup at one of the produce stands in Bentley that, like, we weren't getting into it because it even seemed like it was going quick, but it was hot out. But I wanted to see everything else because this is the kind of stuff that I want to try. Like, but the fresh produce looked fresh and it looked amazing. It looked vibrant. It looked colorful. So, yeah, make sure you get out to your local farmers market. And
there's our soapbox
for
the evening.
And like you said, if you have something that you would like us to try, send us an email, themesshallpodcast@gmail.com, or hit us up on Twitter.
On this.
Comment on this. And hopefully next week we will be doing this live on YouTube as well. So that's going to be fun. It's kind of nerve-wracking to put us out even to a bigger audience, but hopefully a lot of people will see like some of the great products that we're reviewing. So
thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening, and make sure you head out to your local farmers market.